Hello, Ghana. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit chat, and this is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. I am Theophilus Sampa, and today our lenses are on athletics. Today I want to have a frank discussion with a frank gentleman. He goes straight with it. He's a top administrator for Ghana Athletics, and a lot of things happened. He was part of the delegation that represented Ghana at Oregon for the World Under-20 Championship. And so today, we're looking at athletics and looking at our performance so far. What are the lessons that we've picked? What are the things that we can do right? And everything about the World Athletics Championship, the Under-20 that took place over there. So no other person than the able Boakye Yiadom. Chief, thank you very much for passing through.
Thank you, Chief.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, yes, so long time.
Every day you're hiding behind the scenes.
Oh, that's what you do best, you know that. At times you need to be behind the scene and make sure that things move.
Great. And so, viewers, this is what we are going to talk about, so you can join us on our Facebook. Go to Theo Sampa, especially my personal page. Go to Theo Sampa and just like it, and then also share your comments as well. And let's see how it goes. Now, I want us to start straight. So Ghana was represented at the 2026 World Athletics Under-20 Championship in Eugene, Oregon, by two athletes. The popular athletes we know in this country, the young and upcoming one, we call her Odo Broni, that's Aishatu Jaffar in the women's 400 meters, and Godfred Opoku in the men's 400 meter championship. Chief, how will you assess, sincerely, Ghana's overall performance in this particular?
Yeah, I would say that for the Under-20 Championship, ever since I came to Ghana Athletics, this is the first time we have represented at the world level, ever since I came there. So, and you know, for the first time and the first experience of these our young athletes, we know we've sent them to the Africa U20 Championship, but this is the biggest stage for every young athlete to be. And I would say they did marvelously well, especially for Godfred Opoku to come fourth overall in 400 meters. You know, it was a little push. We could have gotten a medal, but you know, it's the first time and lessons has been learned. And you know what we're expecting from Odo Broni didn't go as planned. And you know, I heard a lot of media backlash about Odo Broni to be 100, 200, but why 400? And you know, a competition of that caliber, if you don't qualify for the event, there's no way we can enter you. That is the World Athletics standard. There's always a qualifying standard for every event. Odo Broni was known, we discovered Odo Broni through 400 and 4. A major event that he was doing is 400 and 400 hurdles, way back in the Amazonas. Later that, he switched to the 100 and 200. You know, when you are going for any competition, you choose your best. The area that you think that you can win medal. So you send the preliminary entries and we get only one slot. Quota. They give a quota, not that we just send any delegation to go and represent your country. No. We get a slot. But Athletics give it a slot. We increase to 2. So we register for only two athletes. That is 400 meters. That's where we find out that is our major field. Okay.
So I was coming to ask you that why did we just send 2, but it seems you've answered that question. That it wasn't Ghana Athletics' wish to send 2, but you were given a quota.
A quota, yes. A quota from World Athletics.
For the Under-20?
Under-20.
And there was also qualification standard?
Qualification standard, yes. I would say we got almost about 10 athletes qualifying for the... But there's a quota, and then you need to follow.
So we had more than 2 athletes that qualified, that met the standard.
Yes.
But there was a quota.
A quota.
So it wasn't a deliberate attempt by Ghana Athletics to just handpick 2.
No.
And it wasn't that we were doing what we call in our balance, saving money, prepare.
No.
We didn't want to, quote unquote, waste money in sending Under-20, a large number going.
No.
That's not the point.
No. When I met there, I saw one Nigerian guy who was a triple jumper. He was asking me about our guy, Albert Contour. The guy has been doing marvelously well this season, and his best jump this season was 16.59 meters, of which at the West stage, you could have, if you're not close to the podium, getting a medal, maybe you had been close to getting a medal. And because they met at the Africa, they met in Senegal for the CA Region 2 Championship, where the guy got a medal, and from there they went to Burkina. And you know, this is now our young athletes have really gotten a competition this year. From Ghana here to Cote d'Ivoire, to Burkina, to Senegal, all in preparation for the national stage. And that is the bigger aim of every athlete, not just to compete, but to climb the ladder.
So it means that people with that mindset that Ghana Athletics decided to only send 2. It's not correct.
It's not correct.
Ghana, the World Athletics gave Ghana only 2 slots.
It was 1.
1 slot.
And when the qualification window closed, then they add 1. So we 1 to be increased to 2. So we made our mindset for 2.
Okay. The reason we had more than 10 or 15 athletes that made the qualifying standard.
Yes.
So in our local balance, we enye free kobo.
Debbie. You know, athletics is not just like any other competition. It's performance. We say this is the time, make it.
But why is the junior one different from the senior one? The senior one, do we get quotas?
The senior, there's no quota.
Okay.
It's based on qualification.
Okay. But this junior one?
The junior, because I would say, to my best of my knowledge, because we haven't been competing.
Okay.
Previously.
Okay. So this was Ghana's first time?
Yes. To my best of my knowledge, ever since I came there.
And you've been there for more than a decade?
Almost a decade.
Okay.
Almost a decade.
So these are the 2 athletes we're talking about, and so Odo Broni's time. That's Odo Broni and Opoku. So these were the 2 athletes that represented the whole Ghana, and then you saw their heat and everything that they did. Other pictures will come for you to really see. So you could see where they were, the countries that they competed. So that's Odo Broni.
Yes.
Going to do the 400.
Yes.
And a lot of people ask that, why didn't we allow her to do the 100 that we've seen recently?
100 and 200.
Yes.
Because she qualified for the 400 meters.
Okay.
And we cannot just go and register her for 200 meters.
Okay.
And she made that qualification in Nigeria, MTN Champs in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's where she went to run the 400 meters.
Okay. Then Opoku too. So at the end, you could see where Opoku, this Opoku. So at the end, so this is the real race. Let's enjoy a little bit and come back. This is 400-meter final.
Yes.
Final. So
yes,
this
final.
Gentleman from the US picked, and then the rest, and
yes.
Ghana came forth. Our first time
yes.
of going on that stage.
Yes.
And the boys' first time participating on that big
big stage.
Now let's talk about it. When they started, it was like it wasn't looking good.
Yes, I would say his start wasn't the best.
Okay.
Like, he's a slow starter. But when you see the finish, when you saw the finishing.
Yes, when the bend.
Yes, from the bend coming, you could see that he was moving. So that showed that from the start, if he has moved, pushed a little bit.
They have bypassed the South African.
Yes, because among all of them, when they're finishing, I would say he has a strong finishing. So if they start, it was pushed a little bit, he could have entered the medal position.
Okay.
After the competition, he was really tense and upset, and you know, was the aim of every athlete is to win a medal or to enter into the podium.
Okay.
But prior to the competition, his aim was, I want to win a medal. I want to win a medal. Okay. So that I also received that heroic welcome at the airport. That was his aim.
But you, as an administrator, you listening to your bosses, coming together to plan, how will you describe his performance personally?
My best, I would say he has really done well. He has really done well because placing fourth at the West State, we had over 1,640 athletes from the whole world meeting at this place. 148 countries at a confined area.
And Ghana
was
the first, was coming to that event for the first time.
For the first time.
With two athletes.
Two athletes.
Who are also tasting their first
first international stage. That was their first, like, the biggest platform they've ever received. And one thing that I saw was I had a lot of, like, coaches from the universities in US approaching us. Like, everybody was interested
in knowing the Ghana story.
Like
the story of the two athletes.
The two athletes, and like they were interested in them.
So another opportunity has opened already.
Yes.
For them to go and further their education, and run for the school.
But the good news is that Opoku has already gotten admission. University of Illinois.
Oh.
So we didn't come back with him.
Okay, so he's gone.
Yes. He's starting school just this 14th, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the reason, because he can't come because we arrive in Ghana just this Wednesday. Come and live on the 14th. No jet lag and all those things. So you need to stay back and just go to the school.
Wow. And so, with all that you saw there, in terms of writing your report and sending it to your bosses, technical development of our athletes, and everything you saw there, what will be some of the key pillars you will tell your bosses about what really is happening in terms of how athletes are being prepared and programmed for such major events?
What I saw was a lot of teams came well prepared.
When we say well prepared, what does it mean? Is it kitting?
Like, yes.
Is it the number of people that you could see? Their medics, you could see their psychologists, one athlete having a medics, psychologist having a, what really, when you say well prepared, what does it mean?
Like well prepared, like you saw that maybe they were calm,
okay,
fell to the competition, wear kits, like looking more presentable.
Okay.
That's one thing that I would say we lack.
Okay.
And can't blame us much. It's all boiled down to investment. If we get the needed resources, I think can also. But the one thing I recommend is that our coaches back home are really doing a marvelous work.
Okay.
I won't take that one away from them. They are really doing a marvelous, because it's our local coaches who prepare these young athletes to be able to compete at that level. And if a local coach is able to prepare an athlete to place fourth at the West stage, if we have the room, the facility, everything needed for these coaches, do you think, can't we get athletes qualifying from the local soil to the international stage? Do they need to travel outside before we can get athletes qualifying for World Championships and other things?
Okay, great questions and stuff. But how time runs fast. I have two other questions or three I want to ask. So, will you say the championship really exposed Ghana?
Yes.
In what ways?
It has really exposed us.
You just talked about, okay, maybe the campaign issue. But really, what really did it tell us? In terms of if we really want to rub shoulders with the big boys on the world stage, or do the things that are being done on the global stage, not the local stage.
That's why I said that it's what program investment. We need to really invest. Just like we pay attention to other sports, we need to also be meticulous in track and field. Pay meticulous attention that we are doing this investment. Let's give ourselves, because we need to be like a project. I would say US and other things, it's a project that they do. They paint the young lads. Let's take our own neighboring, Nigeria. They pick the young lads and make it like a project that they want. This is the level that they want to be. And they really invest. they also have their own challenges, but from what we see from our side, they say that it's like a project.
So is it Ghana Athletics that must do it, or Ghana Athletics is waiting for government to come and ask you that, how do you want to do it? Where are we? Because every day when we say these things, we throw it to the public, and then they will be having, government, so the Minister for Sports must do something. Ghana Athletics, whose duty is it to make it a project for us?
Let's see, it's a project that we have been doing, because if we haven't put in our effort, we couldn't have even get these athletes qualifying, because you see that every year we organize this national championship, and that's where we unearth these talents and give them. I would say this year we have given the U20 team a lot of competition, to the point that most of the time the president himself need to pre-finance, come in. Some people have to come in to pre-finance, to push in their own resources to see that we are achieving results. Because if we are giving them giving them the competition, sending them to Boakye, sending them to Senegal, we won't see them at this stage. The more they compete, the more they better their performances.
So on the local scene, for people who are watching us and still want to really understand why athletics is where it is, because in the past, Ghana Athletics was able to stage. I remember the RLG where top athletes came, qualification were made here at Cape Coast and stuff like that. So athletics was always there. But now it seems athletics has gone to rest, or is in hibernation, if I'll put it that way. So sincerely, for someone watching us right now and thinking about what we are talking about, what is happening on the athletic scene? What are the major events and why are we not hyping it, making noise about it?
I would say that ever since I came there, whatever you are saying, I wasn't there. So, and ever since I came there, I can say that I've seen a major improvement each and every day. There were things that they weren't doing, and ever since we came, we made sure that each and every day we are improving. And those in the athletics scene, they will tell you the truth. And we've known each other for a long time. You know how I do my work and other things. And if I set my mind on everything, I make sure that I achieve results. When it comes to the work too, I make sure that the work must be done. From our local scene to preparing athletes for the international competition and all those things. And if you meet the qualifying standard, there's no way we are taking that weight from you. That's why I say that all that we need is, we need the corporate. The government cannot do it alone. There are a lot of things that we want to do. Like what you said, that RIG Grand Prix that we need to do is something that we want to bring back. But it's all bound down to money, finances. Everything is in the pipeline. Right now we have the first class Mundo track in the country. We have our timing equipment, World Athletics standard. When it comes to timing, everything. We don't have for the track and the timing, everything is there. But right now we need the finance to kickstart a project. We have everything in the pipeline, but if you don't have the resources, then the resource is the investment. Investors coming in and re-projecting it. You know, our social media page has been active day in, day out. Whatever we are doing, we don't try to hide it and everything.
I understand.
We make everything free and fair so that people will be unknown of what is on the ground. So from our side, from the office, whatever we are doing, we make sure that it's free and fair. There's no bias or anything. And you know, not everybody will like you for whatever you are doing. And we accept that fact too.
Okay. So finally, let's look at our school sports system. I know the intercourse, maybe Accra, we say it is now a little bit because of the absence of the enough tartan tracks. But when you go to Kumasi, we know what the intercourse are doing. So how do we intend to pump or show it up so that more talent can be produced?
Because during the super zonals and other things, we normally go around, we go and do the timing and all those things. And you know, the interco, the school sports is normally managed by the Ghana Education Service, and we are trying everything possible so that the two of us can come together to project it. Because right now, when you take super zonal, for example, it has gotten the name. That's where the name Gaza and Odo Broni came back. And everybody in the whole world was following it. From there, we got to know that if you're able to project this where it can get the mileage or the international standard that you need. And getting that standard is we coming on board to make sure that all the tools, everything that is needed to make sure Because without the timing and the photo finish, whatever hand time you do cannot be recognized, cannot be rectified. Okay. Because during that time, a lot of athletes were making better time there. Okay. But the most sad thing is that the track is not certified. So even if you see the time.
Great. So somebody will ask, and the question will come. So can we, I know you, can we realistically, seriously, expect some of these young ones we see today, Opoku, Odo Broni, and the rest out there, to be ready and form a formidable team for 2028 Olympics?
Sure, yes. I would say for our 400 meters guys, we have a strong guys. This season, Opoku has been consistent with 45. Not Opoku alone, there's Blessed Owusu. He is much younger than Godfred Opoku. And he has also running. Yes, all of them are running 45. And there's one guy in Cape Coast, Jonathan. He's also running 45. And the rest are running 46. So if we have about 2 athletes in the EU base, they are running 45. So if we have this, we make it a project that right now, aside the 4x100, let's also take the 400 guys, about 6 of them, and make that a project that we are preparing them to. We can make it. Our 400 guys are really
for the rest of the disciplines on the track and the field, why don't we see Ghana really taking it that one too as a project? For instance, a high jump, a long jump, triple jump. We don't often see Ghana participating in the hammer throws. Those things people keep asking. So if you're talking about, can't we get and then start that, okay, operation, this one, that we don't concentrate on one. We know we have the sprints. Yes. We know we have...
All this is a long-term project. And we need to be intentional. And be intentional. Say, okay, this is what we are going to do. And we have a budget. And the budget is ready. Not that the budget is just a paper. A budget is ready. I would say that we have a strategic plan up to 2028. A whole document that has been prepared. Yes. That is workable. Yes. Achievable. Yes. Time measured. Yes. We have everything there. But what is left is money, budget. Okay. We prepared it, I think, 2024. We project it prior to early 2028. That will encompass both our athletes that are in school in the US and elsewhere, plus the local content, or it's a project for only the local content? Like both, all our athletes, whether local or international, but the focus is more of the local base. Putting them in campaigns, 6 months, 3 months, and all those campaigns, because the campaign is a major factor. Okay. That's where the athletes are able to bond, prepare better, and be ready, mentally focused for the competition. But no matter how strong you are, during the competition day on the track, if you are not mentally sound, you can never perform. Okay. Should Ghanaians, we are checking out from the studio, should Ghanaians expect to see a bigger and stronger Ghana team in the next World Under-20 Championship? Yes. Because right now, I would see that our young folks are really serious, and everybody is like, when you go for competition, you now see the zeal, the fire in them. They want to perform. They just need the opportunity, that's all. Great. So that's Mr. Yiadom, and you say it as it is. He's very, very passionate about his job, and he was with the team in Eugene for the World Under-20 Athletics Championship, where he has revealed to us that it wasn't just a deliberate thing by Ghana athletes to pick their favorites and say, we like Odo Broni, we like Opoku, so Opoku should go. But it was all about the quota that World Athletics give. Even one, and they had to push for 2. And so we should understand, and hoping that in the future we'll get it. Thank you very much for doing the watching. Follow us and follow Ghana Athletics. There are more to it. If you know corporate entities who really wants to do CSR, please get closer to them and tell their athletes they can organize championships, sponsor it, and then we discover more on that. The page returns same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you all the best. Greetings to Ghana Athletics officials. Bye for now.